of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. 76ers control the tap. Alex Len pins it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. John Collins with a piece. That one's going to be out of bounds. Simmons sets him up, flushes down the slam.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Easy path to the rim.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Tobias Harris. Richardson. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Nothing going here on that drive. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
I got some for him.
Simmons. Here comes the screen. To Embiid. Not that time. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to have appeared in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Richardson to Embiid. Cleans it up. Offensive board. For 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And the finish. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
And count the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Driving right to the basket. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Parker. Nice finish at the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
To Simmons. Embiid. Now a steal by Atlanta. Gets a look. Can't hit. Simmons with it. The score 10-8. Stuffs it down with authority.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Philadelphia. Substitutions. Washington Capitals.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. That's it.
Substitutions. Atlanta. Substitutions. Philadelphia.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sixers have the basketball. Brunson. Sizing up the defense. John Collins sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Textbook body control on the Euro step.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. Here comes the screen. To Horford. Damian Jones with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Horford. Lets it fly from long range. Gathered in by Parker. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
John Collins able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Got it.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Brunson. There it is, Al Horford. 2-4 now.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Brunson to Horford. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To Brunson. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Nope, first one does not go. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's Atlanta ball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Smith with it up top. Final minute, first half. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Raul Neto trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. Hawks with the basketball. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Runner here won't go. To Parker. To the rim, lays it up and in.
You normally see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Steps through and scores.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
To Allen Crabbe, lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
And he finishes at the rim.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
And a nice finish at the rim. Long heave from three-quarters court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Hawks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Trae Young. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Tobias Harris. Richardson goes to the right side. Gets it in the left corner to Tobias Harris. Oh, Ben Simmons. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Sixers basketball. Count the basket at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Sixers control. Alex Len, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Runner's good there.
That's called escapability right there. Elusive.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys down big. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Alex Len swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Joel Embiid. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Old school equals high percentage.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Here comes the screen. Harris. That pass stolen by the Hawks.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Richardson against the Ukrainian Len. Simmons. Rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Deep left corner. Josh Richardson rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Sixers have it. Trying to cash in. And the rebound comes to Turner.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Hawks have it. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Raul Neto at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Sixers have the basketball.
I got this, Clown. Let's go.
Knocked loose. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Watch the cut, I got the cut. Watch the cut, watch the cut.
Cruises inside for 2.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk.
Hey, double screen.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. They have to keep him in their grasp.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Nice pass to get things going. They'll let one fly from half court. That ends the third quarter. The Hawks with a nice advantage. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Simmons into the front court. Down a bundle. Out of bounds.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions. Atlanta. Stepping in for Philadelphia.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And the finish at the rim.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Curling inside.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Tough make through traffic.
Welcome to the league, young fella. But just because you got a bucket doesn't mean that you don't have to do your rookie chores after the game.
Simmons, nice pass to set things up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
Tobias Harris, snatching it out of the air. In the front court comes Smith. Looking to make something happen. No good. Defense catching a break there.
Trap this, come on, go.
Count the bucket for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Simmons to Horford. Here comes the screen. Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. From long range. That's how you defend. And he scores. Jay, he may have taken a big step that time, but they'll count the bucket.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Whoa, what a finish. Deep three at the buzzer. The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Atlanta Hawks. The 76ers seem to lose.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.